Hello YouTube, today I'll be showing you guys how to actually swap the values of two variables without using temp or another, let's say a third variable. This is quite important as in many of the interviews for jobs they ask you this question, and this question, yes, has been asked many times, that how would you swap the values of two variables without actually having to use a third variable. So it's very simple actually, but just I'll go through with it with you guys and let you show how actually it works. So just as it's very basic, and mostly the students or learners would be learning C or C++, although C mostly would be using this, so I'm gonna show you in C. I'd be using a very basic compiler, that is Turbo C++, which actually runs C as well. So let's see how it goes on. Okay, so let's start and see how it actually goes on. So I'll declare main, then let's take two variables, int a and b, and just for the sake of the program to be simple, let's define a and b already. Let's not take the input from the user. Say a is 5, b is 5 and a is say 10. So I want to swap these two variables. That means the value of b, that is 5, should actually be the value of a, and the value of a, that is 10, should be the value of 5. That means the value of a should, that means b should hold the value of a, that is currently 10, and a should hold the value of b, that is currently 5. I'll show you both the ways that usually people do, and then how you can do it in a different manner. So just for the sake to show this both ways, I'm gonna declare temp also, and then shall show you in both fashion. So the first and very basic format is I'll take the value of a, keep it in temp, and then override the value of a with 5, and then override the value of b with the value of a, which was originally 10 and has been stored in temp. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Temp equals to a, that holds the value of temp holds the value of a. Now a equals to b, overwriting the value of a with b, and then b equals temp. What this does, the value of b gets overwritten by the value of 10, which is actually 10. Okay, so let's see how this runs. Okay, I'll have to put a get. People who'd be using Turbo C would be knowing the value of getch, getch, it holds the screen. Okay, so let me just print a, b, okay. So, and let me just copy this statement and paste it here also. Okay. Oops, my bad. See, 10 and 5. This is A and B. Okay, I forgot to actually give space, but you can still make out 10, 5, 5 and 10. Okay, now let me show you how to actually do this without having to use temp variable. I'll keep this statement though. So still delete this part. Now we have int A and int B, but what we want is we don't want to use a third variable to swap these babies. Okay, so let's see. If I write A equals A plus B, now you'd be seeing that A would have 10 plus 5, that is 15, and then I write B equals A minus B. Now A actually has 15, B equals A minus B, that means B equals 15 minus the current value of B, that is 5. So B equals 15 minus 5, that is 10, and voila, you'd see that now B has 10, which was actually the value of A. Now what I want is I want the value of B in A. So A equals to A equals to A minus B. Now what this do, A equals the current value of A is 15, and now the new value of B is 10. So 15 minus 10 is 5. So A would hold the value 5. So you see that we have actually swept the values of A and B without using the third variable. Let's run it again. Okay, wait, just to be clear. See, now we have 5 and 10. Okay, let me clear our screen. Now you see it better. 5 and 10, and what we have done is printed A and B first. So that means A holds 5 now, which was initially holding 10, and B holds 10 now, which was initially holding 5. So that's just a way you can do swapping of two numbers without actually having to use a third variable. This is a very, very common question that people, and there are the panel for so excuse me, for interviews, they ask this question a lot. So it's better you get it prepared right now. There are several more. You can do this, use this algorithm, use the same algorithm actually, but by using multiplication, division, all those crap you'd be using, and you would achieve swapping without actually having to use a third variable. Hope this was helpful. See you guys later with my next video. Till then, bye bye.